So how far would you go to find a new faucet? Well, believe it or not, we ended up going like 200 miles round trip, but we'll tell you about that in just a minute. But why are we replacing this faucet in here with this lovely new faucet? Well, this faucet's needed to be replaced for a while. So when I got this trailer, this faucet had a little issue with leaking sometimes, and I blamed it on the maybe disconnection being loose. Tightened that up, leaks underneath into the cabinet. I do have a plastic drawer under there, so it actually ends up catching the water, so it doesn't get into the cabinet and damage anything, but it's kind of, you know, messy, and I have to keep cleaning it out. So I thought I had it fixed, tightening things down, which, and a basin wrench is your friend here. These little funky gizmos. Thought I had it fixed, tightening down, came back leaking again. After that, I blamed it on a polybutylene tubing that was in this trailer, which is just awful. Stuff was banned in the U.S. around the time this trailer was made because it was so unreliable. I had same problems in the bathroom with that tubing. So we've been working on replumbing everything, put on a new proper supply line and everything. Thought I had it fixed. Well, we found out today it was leaking once again. So I think it might be actually the faucet itself that's failed. We went looking for a new faucet, and lo and behold, you can find this exact faucet at Home Depot these days for $13. So that gives you an idea of the quality of this thing. It is 26, 27 years old. The handles are yellow, the knobs are yellowing and looking yucky and hard to keep clean. Yes, they could be replaced. It's still kind of a little ugly. I could live with that, but it's difficult. It's so low. The sinks are fairly shallow. It's a double sink. They're both fairly shallow, and this is so low that it's actually kind of a pain. Even without the water filter on here, which we lose another inch or two with this. Even without the water filter on here that we like having, this thing's so low that it's hard to get like water bottles, or under here you can't get a gallon jug or any kind of tall container like the flour here. They're in this coffee pot and stuff. They refill okay. So it would be nice to have a little higher faucet and something that's a little more modern looking, I guess, and hopefully something that doesn't leak. So Melanie's off doing an errand. I'm going to work on trying to swap this thing out and see if I can get it done before she gets back. Quick disclaimer, this video is not a tutorial. It's not a DIY step-by-step how to replace a faucet in here, but it's pretty straightforward. At least in this RV, it's very much like pretty much like a house faucet. Now that I've upgraded the plumbing, it was more like a mobile home where it had just polybutylene tubing with a flared nut fitting on the end to connect it straight to stuff, and there was a lot of tension on those lines. So now that I've upgraded some of the plumbing, it's got standard water lines like so, and it's just a matter of attaching the water line to the new faucet. So here goes nothing. We're going to this. Hopefully my back doesn't go out and I end up stuck under the sink or something. I don't know when he gets back, but we're going to see. Here we go. All right, I just finished tightening up the last thing. Hopefully everything's done. We're going to turn it on and see if it works. I did not get done before Melanie got back because this is an RV, and 99% of the projects I've done on this RV or on any RV take way longer than they take in a house, because everything's just so hard to get to and things are just weird that everything takes longer. So this took longer. I started off smoothly, had a few hiccups, but I think it's done. So we're going to test it. Everything works right. Then we'll go ahead and put the funky water filter back on and we'll be all set. All right, Melanie, you want to turn the water on? I turn the water pump on so we can see here. There's the water pump. We have pressure. There we go. Took a second to get up, but we got water. What do you think? All right, we're going to put this back on and we'll call it done. One quick note here. We did end up with a sprayer. That was not really planned or intentional. We weren't shopping for a sprayer. We just wanted a normal faucet. What we found is that almost all of the gooseneck style faucets anymore either have the sprayer on the end that pulls out with a hose on it, or they have a separate sprayer. The nature of the design on this thing is that we couldn't just not use the sprayer, so I went ahead and drilled a hole and mounted the sprayer, so now we have a sprayer too. So kind of cool. Nice upgrade that wasn't really intentional.
Oh, looks good, Robert. Thanks for putting it in.
My pleasure. It will be my pleasure once the backache subsides. Somebody once said, if the wife ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? So, the faucet needed to be replaced. I've been planning on doing it for a year and a half now. We went with one that Melanie was pretty excited about. Funny story, though. This is stainless steel. You can see it behind me. All the other stainless steel ones at Home Depot looked like stainless steel. This one had a goldish tint to it, but I said it was stainless steel. Well, I finally went with it anyways, figuring to look over it with the curtains. And we got it home, and it looks like normal stainless steel. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
it looks better than the cheesy chrome one.
The lights in the store were very yellow, so it was hard to tell. So.
It was. And, yeah, like I was saying before, we found the exact old faucet right here. Oh, and it's in the trash can. There we go. $13 at Home Depot. I got to take this end off anyways for the water filter. But $13 today at Home Depot, so I'm guessing, I'm guessing when they built this trailer back in 1996, this was probably like a $5 part in bulk, and it eventually failed, and it's just, you know, it's done. So we got a much nicer one now. Cost a little more, but it's alright, it was worth it. Oh, and I started telling you the story. I started off with the question, how far would you go to get a faucet? We went 10 miles to our local Home Depot. They didn't have anything we liked. So we then drove another 90 miles, roughly, to just a few blocks from Las Vegas Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard, the Strip, to go to the Las Vegas Habitat for Humanity Restore, which Melanie and I are both a fan of. We'd never been to that one, but we're a fan of restores in general. And they had like hotel-type shower heads and furniture and just about everything you could think of. We even found a, let's see, 3.5 USB connected 3.5 inch floppy disk drive.
Old.
I don't even know the last time I saw a floppy disk. It was almost worth buying it just for the nostalgia factor. Put that up on the shelf up there or something, man. That was funny. But we could not find a faucet of any sort. They did a few sinks in there that have faucets on them. We joked about asking them to take that off. They were playing Christmas music. November 3rd. Melanie was all excited. Then we went to Home Depot in Las Vegas, in North Vegas, because we were getting towards rush hour. So we picked the furthest north one we could find so we could get out of there fast afterwards and escape. And they had Christmas trees out. November 3rd. Something's wrong with that. And what was the price of the one? I was busy taking a picture to send to my sister, Beth, my youngest son, Jake, who are hardcore Christmas nerds.
Yeah, $800.
$800 for an artificial Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It doesn't even come with the presents.
It was pre-lit.
It ought to be lit, but it ought to come with some presents, like some Ryobi tools or Husky toolbox or something. I don't know. But here's the upshot, guys. It gave me an excuse to call it date night. Trip to Las Vegas, and on the way home in Indian Springs, Nevada, which is basically a military installation and a gas station and now a Family Dollar. Get this, they have an American icon there. They have a Bob's Big Boy restaurant attached to the Terribles Casino. Always thought that was a funny name for a casino and gas station thing too, but so we talked to Bob's Big Boy. Melanie's first time ever eating at Bob's Big Boy.
Yep. Yeah.
We ate too much, but
it
was tasty. And then we drove the rest of the way home. We avoided having any burros or horses on the road because we have wild burros and wild horses in the desert here, and they do like to get in the road at night, and that's a bad night for everyone involved. But just before we got back to Pahrump, we did see a kit fox run across the road in front of us. That was pretty neat.
Yep. Yep.
So that's our story of how far we would go to find a new faucet. Because if the wife ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So, oh, wait a minute. People keep asking. We're not really married yet. But she said yes. That's the important part. She said yes, sometime soon, probably in 2023, because 2022 is just 2022. So sometime in 2023, we'll probably tie the knot and make it official. Until then, close enough, I guess. But she's a keeper, so I'm going to tie her down before she changes her mind. All right, on that note, before she's any more embarrassed, her face is now the color of her shirt. Thanks for joining us in this video. Hope you found it entertaining. I hope you were more entertained than I was. Crawling around under the sink trying to get into positions that no human being should be able to get into. I should have had like one of the grandkids come into it. They could probably get under that cabinet better. But
Yeah.
hope you were entertained. Anyways, guys, we will catch you in the next video. I'm losing parts. I want to go put this together and stop playing with it. Catch you in the next video, everybody.